If you've been trying to lose that menopause belly by doing endless crunches, cutting carbs, or trying every detox under the sun and nothing's working, it's not your fault. Your body is simply adapting to hormonal changes, and today I'll show you how to work with your biology, not against it. Hi, I'm Zita, a fitness and nutrition coach, along with my partner Terry, a neuropsychology and body image coach. We help men and women over 40 escape diet prison, build strong and confident bodies with food freedom while shedding fat through neuroscience, emotional wellness, nutrition, and movement. So if you want a flatter stomach, better energy, and to feel confident in your clothes, hit that like button and subscribe. We post weekly videos that make midlife fat loss simple, science-based, and sustainable. Let's start with what's really happening inside your body. During menopause, your estrogen levels drop significantly, but this isn't just a hormonal blip. It triggers a cascade of changes in how your body stores fat, regulates your metabolism, and responds to stress. One of the biggest shifts is where your body stores fat. Before menopause, women tend to store fat around the hips and the thighs, and then this is called the subcutaneous fat, partly because of estrogen's influence. But as estrogen declines, your body starts depositing more fat viscerally, deeper around your organs in the belly area. Why does this happen? It comes down to estrogen receptors. These tiny sensors found throughout your body, including your fat tissues, your muscle, your brain, liver, bone, pancreas. And these receptors help regulate fat storage, insulin sensitivity, mood, and a lot more. And yes, even men have estrogen receptors too, although at lower concentrations. Estrogen plays a role in metabolic health and even brain function in men as well. It's not just a female hormone. So when estrogen levels drop, these receptors no longer receive the signals they once did. And this leads to increased fat storage around the midsection, reduced insulin sensitivity, which makes fat burning actually harder, increased hunger and cravings, lower energy, and muscle loss if no strength training is done. And on top of this, if this wasn't enough already, cortisol, your primary stress hormone, often rises during menopause due to poor sleep, life stressors, or even overtraining. So this high cortisol further encourages belly fat storage and cravings for sugary or salty foods. And then this is a complete nightmare, right? So the solution isn't restriction or harder workout, like go all out. It's about working with your biology using strength training, smart nutrition, and nervous system support. So here is what to do instead of going all out and restricting. So this is a 30-day belly fat framework that worked for our client. So step 1, move smart, not more. How you train matters just as much how often. We recommend 3 structured strength sessions per week, 1 cardio-focused training day, and 1 day for active recovery or steady state movement. And while you'll have 2 rest days, we don't stop moving. Low intensity walking, yoga, or mobility work is key for joint health and metabolic flexibility. That's a non-negotiable. So I want to walk you through what a smart, sustainable 5 training routine looks like, especially for those of us over 40. So for your 3 main training days, we are focusing on full body strength sessions around 35 minutes, and these should hit your biggest muscle groups using compound movements like your deadlifts, squats, and chest presses or rows. And then these aren't just for aesthetics, they protect your joints, increase bone density, improve metabolism, and fight age-related muscle loss. Super important. So you don't need a fancy gym setup, you can do this at home. Resistance bands, dumbbells, kettlebells, they all do the job beautifully if you use them with intention. So for example, day 1 would focus on full body and the posterior chain. So you could include exercises like dumbbell or kettlebell goblet squats, seated banded back rows, and dumbbell or banded Romanian deadlifts, among others. On day 2, focus on full body strength and core. So you could include exercises like dumbbell step back lunges, banded or dumbbell shoulder presses, glute bridge, and forearm planks, for example. And then on day 3, you can focus on full body strength and unilateral movement. So such as single dumbbell deadlift, alternating bicep bicep curls and tricep kickbacks and side planks with leg raises. So you want to spend about 5 minutes warming up with dynamic stretches and about 5 minutes at the end of your training session to cool down, and then do some stretches to ensure that your muscles are nice and elongated, prevent shortening or tightening of the muscles. Then we have one day dedicated to cardio or conditioning, and this really depends on your fitness level. If you're experienced and your joints feel good, you can go for high intensity interval training, something like 20 seconds of effort at 80 to 95% of your max heart rate, followed by full recovery repeated 6 times. So think like kettlebell swings, sprints, or fast cycling for about like 20 seconds and recover for about 1 or 2 minutes. But if you're just getting back into fitness or you're managing joint issues, go for moderate intensity intervals. So that's 1 to 2 minutes of brisk walking or swimming or cycling at 60 to 85% of your maximum heart rate, followed by the same length, so about 1 to 2 minutes of slower recovery. And this builds endurance, burns fat, and strengthens your heart without overloading your system or your joints. And your 5th training day is where we bring the intensity down a notch. So you might do some yoga or Pilates, go for a longer walk, go for a gentle swim, or hop on a bike at a comfortable pace for about 30 minutes. This helps your body recover, improves circulation, and supports your mental clarity. And yes, the neuroscience backs that up. Then on your 2 rest days, I want to reframe the word rest. Doesn't mean that we just sit on a couch and do nothing. These aren't sedentary days. They are movement-based rest days. That means a 20-minute walk, some joint mobility work, a gentle yoga session. So you want to keep things light but consistent. And we want to aim for about 8 to 10,000 steps per day, every single day, and never underestimate what a daily walk does for your blood sugar, brain, and belly fat. And this brings us to stress release. So these walks are great stress release rituals, and you can add some breath work, meditation, or any form of stress release that works for you before going to bed to calm your system, improve sleep, balance hunger hormones, and help with mood swings. And speaking of sleep, I can't overstress or overstate this. You cannot lose belly fat with poor sleep. One study showed that just 5 nights of sleep deprivation can spike insulin resistance by 30 to 30%. That's huge. So we prioritize sleep like a training session or a medical appointment. That means winding down with low light, no screens 1 hour before bed, and keeping a regular schedule. It's not just about sleep quantity, it's about quality. We actually have a free training for men and women over 40 who want to escape diet prison and build a body they love and feel more energized without starving or restrictions. So get access now using the link in the description. So the nutrition that makes it work. You can't out-train a bad diet, but that doesn't mean you have to restrict everything you love. The key here is slight calorie deficit that supports fat loss without triggering metabolic defense modes. So for women, especially, research shows that excessive restriction is counterproductive. Focus on real, whole foods and prioritize protein and micronutrients. Aim for about 30 grams of protein per meal, but note that this will be individualized based on several variables. But this protein amount supports muscle retention, thermogenesis, meaning that calories burned during digestion of protein, and satiety. Avoid processed foods, refined carbs, and excess alcohol because these just disrupt hormones, they spike your blood sugar, and they also promote visceral fat, the last thing we want. So an example daily structure would be like breakfast, Greek yogurt with berries and some chia seeds, lunch, grilled chicken salad with olive oil and nuts, perhaps a piece of gluten-free toast, or like a protein bread. And dinner could be salmon with roasted veggies and sweet potato. Now, hydration is also fundamental. Drinking 2 to 3 liters of water supports digestion, keeps appetite in check, and helps your nervous system manage stress. Very important again. So finally, understand that consistency always beats perfection. It's not about all or nothing. It's about showing up day after day until your new habits become your baseline. Your nervous system and metabolism respond respond best to stable, repeated inputs. Now, there is much more in our complete 30-day menopause fat loss program that we bring to clients, which I won't detail here. But if you're ready for more personalized guidance to help you achieve your dream body, book a free Vitality 360 scan with me using the link in the description. It's a no obligation Zoom call where we'll assess your current health, identify what's holding you back, and explore the best next steps tailored to you. Next, I want you to check out this video where I share with you my diet and what I eat to drop fat during menopause.